This is Jed and Hunter, my two black cats. Everyone likes a black cat. They're telling you to like, comment, and subscribe. Get on it. Welcome back to another episode of the Frankston Flipper. My name is Peachy, and this channel looks at reselling for a profit on eBay. Not our 90-day revenue. We're looking at a profit. We want to make profit, and we also look at these collectibles to some degree. I'll probably expand a little bit more into that in the future. And we're trying to take on the principle of Moneyball, where we're putting as little time as we can into it and trying to make as much profit in that little time as we can. Utilize our time, all the analytics. People show up 1,000 different stats on their revenues, profits, average sales prices, and all that. This is all about profit and how quickly you can make that profit. And some people say, "Oh, my average sale price is now this." Again, if I buy a video game for $50 and sell it for 60, that's what, maybe a 10 or probably a $5 profit take out eBay fees. Again, yeah, my ASP is high, but my profit margin that is quite low. But again, if I buy a t-shirt for $3, sell for 25, again, again, average sales price isn't there, but it's all about the profit. So when you see these bozos talking about all this sort of stuff, I kind of just laugh because they're talking about their revenues. Doesn't really matter. People say, "Oh, you need to make revenue to make money." Yeah, sure, but you also need profit margins, good profit margins at that. On that note, we're going to go off to the Savers shop and we're going to try and find some good stuff to actually back up what I'm saying and make some profit. Let's get there. And we are back at Savers for another week of thrifting at the recycling superstore. Let's see what it has for us this week. We're going to start off with the DVDs, and we did find this pretty awesome Twin Peaks series. Found 3 of these. That's 1, that's 2. There was another one there we did pick up. I think it was volume 1 and 2. Did find this Mickey Mouse money box with the plug in it, which was pretty cool, but $9. I didn't think this thing looked that real. It probably is real, but it just didn't really look like Mickey Mouse. So I put it back on the shelf, and someone actually picked it up after me, so good luck to them. So we don't see every day. We found a Monster High, $2 in the package, in the box, mint on card. So I'm not sure if these are modern. Probably are. I'm not sure if the modern ones are cheaper, more expensive. Probably not. And we also found a Hunger Games figure. We did pay up for that. But I think it goes for. I think Katniss does go for a decent price, mint on card. So we're going to try our luck with those figures there. We also found this forklift from this brand, Komatsu, and it actually comps up all right. But I opened it up, and I just wasn't sure about it. Some of the parts, all the parts looked there, they just weren't connected correctly. I didn't want to do it. This Imogen doll, porcelain, I don't think it's worth $15. It's probably going to be there for a while anyway. I'm not sure anyone really collects those. All the people that collected those are now deceased. And we also found this in the porcelain dolls. I'm not sure that's an LOL doll or something, but we put that back. Video games, we did pick up quite a lot of video games this week. Not many of these ones, but we did pick them up. Really got them in our hands, in our trolley, in our basket. Not our trolley, I didn't get a trolley. But yeah, a lot of those games have been there. Those Sims have been there for a few weeks now, and I don't know who's buying them. I think I saw a guy selling them on Whatnot, and someone bought them, so each to their own. After the graphic novels, or graphic novels, I think they're called, which are like kind of comic books, they had these Walking Deads, but look, just priced a little bit too high. And look, I'm kind of not wanting to. I did sell some comic books recently, but we're putting those back. And we also found this Wolverine, again another graphic novel, pretty cool, but yeah, $18. That's going back on the shelf. Someone else can pay that. It won't be me. We found these, like an anime, I think it is. I think it's red, white, black, yellow. Reminds me of my printing days. CMYK. Still remember those days as a computer to plate person for the printers. But I don't know what this is. I did pick it up though because it was interesting. I had this big book find here. Had a bunch. It was new. It was a Last Dragon Chronicles, but it was $40, and that thing weighed a ton. So that would have been a bit of a money to ship. So we put it back on the shelf. Do like seeing that sealed stuff, and so we just Wandered around Savers off to the clothing area because we're done in that other area. We did find these really cool, I think these are Adidas snow boots, and they were only like 22 bucks, and they looked like they'd barely been worn, but I just wasn't sure about shipping them and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be a big box, probably going to cost a bit. Definitely money to be made in these things, but it's just not really my jam, if you get what I mean. But definitely look at that. They've barely been worn. These things are almost as new, like new, but we put them back. Interesting find, unique find. That's what we're here to show you. Good old Collingwood forever. $7.50. We'll pick that up. Collingwood stuff always sells, and when they get into the finals, this AFL stuff tends to pick up a little bit more, and I'm sure that will be gone very soon. Coogee. We saw these Coogee style scars, but these are called Amaru. Very similar to Coogee. The colours, the Australian colours, the pattern, the design. Really cool looking scars. A nice Australian wool. It's got all the cities, or most of the cities of Australia on there. Really cool. We did pick them up. They came with us. And they had these Macca's Run hats, like bucket hats, the Macca's Run. I used to live around Bayswater Macca's, and it used to be the one that used to be open late at night in Melbourne. And everything used to happen. There'll be like car shows, fights, whatever. But Macca's Run, now it's just a common term. Most Macca's are open 24/7, and a Macca's Run, you can pretty much do that any time of the day these days. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Found a Popeye game. I thought this was like an old game, but I think it's pretty modern. First I thought it was a record and someone left it there, but it's actually a game, and yeah, it's made in Croydon. Speaking of Bayswater, Croydon, right next to Bayswater in Melbourne. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like a modern remake. But still, I do like that design. Pretty cool artwork regardless. Up next, we found this Leonardo turtle for $4.50. Pretty cool. If you had his katana, oh, I'm not sure if that's plural or not. We would have picked it up, and they had this bloke. I've got no idea who he is, but he doesn't look that articulate at all. Looks pretty crappy, to be honest with me. They also had these Sonic the Hedgehog toys. They're kind of like squishy. One was a bit squishy, one was a normal figure. Was tempted. Maybe it was actually Sonic in there, I would have got it. And we did pick up these Minions, this whole bunch of little, I think they're like, you wind them up and they go or something. We'll probably just bundle them up and see what we can get for them. Found this Optimus Prime toy Transformer. It's more the modern Transformer, not the traditional G1 old school Optimus Prime. I didn't like this one. I used to love Transformers, especially the G1 figures, but yeah, I don't know. The modern day stuff just is terrible. It sucks. It's made out of cheap plastic. Yeah, anyway, Pac-Man, speaking of old school, they had this Pac-Man board game, and I don't know, I think it lights up. I thought this was pretty cool. Pac-Man the board game. Like, weird. Just trying to make money off anything and everything. And this Mario Brothers plush turtle thing. It's official Mario Brothers. Don't know enough. Again, plush. I hate plush. Don't really do it. And this thing's pretty big. It's going to be in a big satchel if I did have to buy it. And for $8, look, probably make money off it. But no, plush. No. We're not doing rookie mistakes. And they had this kind of like a minion thing. Don't know what this thing was. It was $4.50. I think it was battery operated. That's cool, but I had no idea what it was. I didn't Google lens it or anything. And being in the police force, we used to sell a lot of these Constable T-Bears. This is Johnny Bear, like the ambulance version, the paramedic version. And it was about $12, but these things, they're being sold on eBay for a little bit. Didn't see any sold listings though, but people are asking like about $100 for these things. But we put it back. Couldn't be bothered dealing with it. And the showcase, all the pops they think are going to be worth a lot of money. Savers, they're not. And some of the games there, I don't know why these games are in the showcase. They're crap. Most of them. All right, we are back. We had a decent week. It was okay. It was good. Considering we're getting there quite late in the day, we don't have the advantage of the full-timers of being able to go, full-time when it's all the good stuff's coming out. We're kind of getting the crumbs. Sometimes those crumbs, they taste good. And what did we pick up? We picked up this Lego Technic, like a beach car. It's like Lego Technic. It's only $5. Not sure if all the pieces are there. I'll have to check that. But again, it's at least minimum of 95% complete, I think, from the pictures I have seen. And Technic, we're going to get a Technic for like $5. They go Technic, pretty cool looking card. Someone's going to want to buy that. Okay, that would be a good one you could just take down to the market and flog off for like 20, 25 bucks hopefully and get that. But again, you could probably get on eBay as well. But again, you got to ship it off, and I don't like doing that. Another thing we found, Monster High. Remember there was a guy up the Gold Coast and he was crying about not getting Monster High toys that time. He was trying to get all the good toys into one. He was trying to get rid of all the bad toys. There was 3 bags and each one had a Monster High toy in it. And he wanted to try and get all the Monster High toys in it and go, oh, I don't know what they are. I was just taking a guess. And you're like, mate, he was almost crying about it when they said no. And I was like, whoa, mate, like, chill. But we found Monster High. We found it in the box. I'm not sure if this is, I'm assuming it is modern. Pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but when you see Monster High in the box at Savers, you pick it up. And we did. So, and they got the clothes, and it looks like it's incomplete. The box is a little bit not great, but that's okay. Some people might just want that and they can fix it up with a bit of tape. That's cool. What else did we pick up? We picked up some Minions. Might just do a bundle there. Not sure how that will go. But there's like little Minion figures. So I'm happy with that. We'll see how they go. We picked up a Katniss. Did pay up a bit for this one. The Katniss from Hunger Games. Inbox, mint on card. MIB, or mock, mint on card, sorry. Mint on card, a mock. And that's Katniss. I think these toys came out, I don't know, like a long time ago. So probably 20, 25 years at least. So Hunger Games, Katniss, I think she's one of the better characters, one of the main characters, which is cool. So we're happy to pick her up and hopefully make some profit off Katniss. Thank you, Katniss Everdeen. Thank you. Video games. Look, I did win a givey. I'm gonna call out, this was an awesome givey. I did win the SNES Mario Kart in a givey on Whatnot. How cool is that? How good is that for a giveaway? We're not just giving away like 2 trading cards, we're giving away like a good, don't expect everyone to do this, but sometimes you got to wonder about the giveies. Like this is obviously above and beyond, but damn, wow, happy to do that. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. Might let's list it. It's in decent condition. I don't know. The other thing I'm thinking of is just taking a big bunch of games down to EB and just trading them all in for trade value, or maybe invest in the PS5. That should be a decent challenge, wouldn't it? We'll see how we go with that. And the Nintendo Entertainment. We found a Nintendo Entertainment System game at Savers, and there's like unheard of almost. It wasn't Mario or anything like that, but still I remember playing this. I hired this from the video store back in the day at Smash TV. Pretty cool game. Not the best game, but it entertains you. I remember playing as a kid. Pretty cool. So we'll see what we do with that. Might again go towards a bundle to EB especially when they have their percentage more, when they offer you more money for the games and whatnot. What else do we pick up? We'll go with the video games. We'll do it fast because time is money. Moneyball. Got Ice Age 2 on the DS. We picked up Midtown Madness on the Xbox. Dead Space 2 on the Xbox 360. Worms 3D on the Xbox. Dark Souls 2 on the Xbox 360. Resident Evil. I thought that might go for a bit more money than it does. Aliens. This was a pretty cool game. Aliens. Colonial. What's that? Marinus or something. Splinter Cell. Yeah, probably not going for huge money. Resident Evil 6. There was a guy at Savers and he was kind of like comping up all the games, so I just had to grab a couple here and there before he could grab them, and I did. Dead Space 3. We got a couple more. We got Red Faction 2 on the Xbox. Brute Force on Xbox. What's that? Tony Hawk's Underground on just the Xbox. Skyrim, not sure that goes so much, but I think it's a decent game. And Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. That's all the games for the week. We've gone to the DVDs and other stuff now. And DVDs, picked up quite a lot of DVDs this week. I don't normally pick up DVDs that often, but this is something I probably wouldn't, I don't know about this. It's Kirsty's Homemade Home. Kirsty's Homemade Home. It's new and sealed. Pretty much the reason I got it. I think sealed it goes okay money. but we're not in it for much, which is always a good thing. We found this Dragon Ball GT. It was like a whole bunch. It was like a bunch of 4 of them. Actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't actually a bunch. I had to buy these individually, but they're all together. I think that's the way it worked. Dragon Ball GT. We got volume 1 to 4. Anyway, 1 to 4 of Dragon Ball GT. Voltron. One of the shows I did grow up as a kid really enjoying. Didn't really take off. It was kind of like a Transformers to some degree with them building the big cat, but yeah, I don't know. Still got a following though. And we picked up a couple of volumes of this. We've got Voltron Volume 1. We've got Voltron Collection 2 or Volume 2, whatever you want to call it. These boxes are sick. I like them. Pretty cool design. And Voltron that's Collection 1. I got 1, 2, and 3 regardless. I probably did that in the wrong order. Blue Water High. We've got Blue Water High. Just again, this is what came in the collection. Guess a young kid's Baywatch, I guess. You're probably not watching it for the plot, I imagine. That's all the DVDs, games, toys. We did all right this week. Let's get onto the clothing. All right, so we also picked up a couple of cricket bats last week. I picked up this cricket bat, Kookaburra Kahuna. I'll probably have a big bundle. This one, I don't think it's the greatest bat going round. I think it's like probably mid-range Kookaburra, maybe lower range Kookaburra. It's definitely better than a kid's bat, but it's definitely not like a professional type one. But I think that might go okay, especially in the bundle. And the next bat we picked up was the County, and this one actually feels a lot more better, lighter. You can just tell that's a better quality bat. It's the old County. I think old Murph Hughes used to use the old County cricket bat back in the day. And that one's got a bit of cherries on there, which is cool. But again, we'll make up a bit of a cricket bat bundle, and we'll probably put that on Facebook Marketplace like we have in the past. And it's a good thing about that one, it's already got the handle. This one here obviously needs a new handle, but that's cool. More clothing, we'll get into that. What have we got here? We've got a Alice Cooper tour t-shirt with that kind of like an anime style. That's a sick looking t-shirt. And that's his tour t-shirt from, I don't know, 2020, the pandemic years. I think he got in just before everything closed down. So Alice was really lucky about that. I picked up a Betty Boop t-shirt. Just sitting there, pretty cool looking design. I'm not really into Betty Boop. That's a pretty big design too, so it's a big unit. It's gonna be wearing that. Maybe they can use it as a night shirt. I don't know. Michael Jordan, just when he won the 3-peat, I think, or the second one, or I don't know, the later champions. It's not a brand. It's just it's a Gildan, which is, I don't know, a bit weird, and just a Jordan print. I think someone's gonna want that. That's a cool novelty piece. We got Tommy Bahama, good brand to look out for. I've got a t-shirt, and this Tommy Bahama generally doesn't stay in the shop too long. We just got Tommy Bahama on the breast there, and on the back we got this cool looking design. Tommy Bahama, it's got the, I don't know what it is, like a Hawaiian style girl. What's it say on the back? Wardrobe function. All right, wardrobe function. All right, okay. We've got the Bunnings trade t-shirt, just plain, it's just a Bunnings warehouse t-shirt, not the trade one, so that's a bit different. And got a bit excited about this one. It's a WrestleMania, WrestleMania, was that 26 t-shirt, and he paid $3 for it, so I think that's vintage now. 2010, yeah, it is vintage. 25 years old. It was only $3. It does have, one of the armpits is a little bit damaged, I think. Just there, you can just see it. So a bit unfortunate, but that obviously you'll have to disclose that. But for $3, I'm happy to buy a vintage wrestling t-shirt. That's all the t-shirts. We'll move off to the jerseys. And look, this is just a polo. It's not a club one or anything. It's just a plain yellow polo. And it's just a little bit different. Didn't pay much for it. I'm just trying my luck with the polo. They do sell. You won't get huge money for them. But I figured just being yellow, it's a little bit different to what most people are used to. Picked up a, what's this, a Bali United soccer shirt. This one is a fake, but paid next to nothing for it, which is always good. So we'll see how that one goes. There's been a bit of interest in my actual real one, so maybe someone will just want a cheapo. NFL is starting it's pretty much almost started, I think. And we've got a, what do we got here? We've got a Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I know he doesn't play for him anymore, but Aaron Rodgers, NFL, that is cool. And we picked up a, what's this? We picked up a, I think it's Eli Manning. An Eli Manning, I think it's the Denver Broncos. Eli Manning, 50 Super Bowl or something. I guess the Broncos. I think it's Eli played for them and Peyton played for the Colts. I always get those two mixed up. Regardless, doesn't matter. NFL jersey and the GOAT. The GOAT. People say no, some will say yes. It's a bit like Jordan. We've got a Patriots, New England Patriots jersey, and that is Mr. Tom Brady. That is a sick looking jersey, and they're all real. So the people that say, oh, you pick up fakes, like, mate, it's about money. It's about money. That's why we've got the nice car, we've got the nice house. It's about the money, it's about the profit. And now on to the long sleeve jumpers, jackets, all that sort of stuff. It's still winter here, but it's still pretty cold, but eventually it's gonna warm up. So you might want to list these pretty quickly. Picked up this Rip Curl jumper. Not sure what tag that is on, whether it's vintage or not. This thing does look like it might be vintage just by the colors and the design. People like this sort of stuff. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We got Loiter. What's this? Like a very unique, like an arcade, I call it an arcade green Loiter jumper. I think that's the back there. Loiter, Born of Pain. Born of Pain, Loiter. That's a sick color. You definitely won't get lost in the bush wearing that. We picked up a Mercedes-Benz. It's like a Formula One style jacket. Mercedes-Benz, Vodafone. Got Vodafone on the back. It's got. Someone will probably want that for the Grand Prix, especially if it rains again. Obey. This is a woman's piece, I think. I don't know. We picked it up, wasn't too much. It's quite small. It's definitely small compared to me. Obey. It's got some cool designs there. It's like a hoodie jacket. And what else is this? Just the Looney Tunes. It's a Raiders. It's a Raiders with the. I sold this before a couple of times with all the Looney Tune characters. If I buy something and it sells, I'm generally happy to invest in it again. And someone's going to want to rock that, surely. And we picked up some pretty cool scarves. Can't say I pick up scarves that often, but these just stood out. And they're kind of in that old, I can't remember the company style, but these are called Amaru. It's a very good brand. It's a very good brand, especially for scarves. I'm trying to find the logo for it, but I'll show you the scarf first. That's upside down, I think. There we go. Nice scarf. That'll keep you warm. And it's on the Amaru tag, which for some reason I'm having trouble finding, but it's okay. It's on there somewhere. Doesn't matter. And we also picked up another one, a smaller one. Also Amaru. Just a cool looking scarf. I think I got that the wrong way. No, I suppose it's double-sided, that's cool. There you go, it's the Amaru tag, I've got it here. There. That tag there. Pretty cool design for scarves. So that's all our clothing for the week. Hopefully we can make a lot of profit off that and not just brag, because I don't care about 90-day titles. It's just you're hiding, you're deficient. That kind of shows your business is struggling a little bit. Talk about profits. They never show their profit titles. They always show their revenue and how many sales they got, the average sale price, and rarely show the profit. Wonder why. Anyway, on that note, see you later.